Hi guys, this is Delicious from Tiny. I'm not gonna tell you my name because of privacy reasons. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna tell you my name though because it's kind of obvious from my IGN. Anyway, this is my first voiceover video. I'm a pretty big fan of Flakes or Tony, and he does a lot of these, and I decided to give it a shot. So today I'm going to show you my quips and maybe give some advice about how to get your quips if you're a Night Lord. Alright, let's see. Okay, it's off my helmet. It's a 21% luck. Chaos Vacuum helmet. This is actually the only 21% or 14% luck item I've ever cubed by myself because I suck at cubing. Yeah. I bought this helmet actually back when Chaos Vacuum helmets were extremely rare and expensive. So I couldn't find any good ones in Tiny, so I went to Windia and I bought this from Lacrimus for I think like $1 Lacrimus is like super strong Bowmaster GMS, so yeah. Let's see, next is my reverse dual blade mask. I actually recently got this from Gachapon since there was that 50% off Gachapon ticket sale. I used like 180 KNX, that's like 420 tickets. I got 4 of them, and only one of them turned out to be pretty good. So yeah. And a little advice for Night Lords trying to get this reverse dual blade mask. It's actually not that rare if you're lucky. Like the first time I tried gatching for it, maybe half a year ago, I got 3 in my first 10 tickets. But if you're unlucky, it can take you way longer. Anyway, now with Chaos and Professions out, it's much easier, or I guess, to make one, because if you get 2 and you have bad luck with Chaos Scrolls, you can always fuse them together. So I had a couple crappy ones that I fused together, and it works. You just have to get crafting to level 4. Unfortunately, this stowaway mask didn't turn out too well. Alright, let's go to my goggles. These are 40% like Spectrum goggles. Actually, I got these from my friend Dan when he quit. So thank you, Dan. I really like these goggles. They're really nice. 14% luck. Let's go to my earrings. I also got these from Dan after he quit. 21% luck, and then I scrolled them myself with white scrolls and 10% because I'm like, whatchamacallit, can't think of that word, OCD about my equips and how they look. Yeah. Then let's go to my cape. It's 13 tech black fist with 15% luck. I actually scrolled this myself back in the day. It's actually quite old, and I recently got it from 2-lined to 3-lined and 15% luck. Now my top. Okay, I really hate this top. I used Maker to get it to 13 luck clean, and then 9 Vega 60%, which all worked. I hate this top because they were 15% luck, and then I was bored, so I decided to recube, and I told myself that I'd stop after I get to 15% luck again. So I started cubing it, and 400 cubes later, it never even got back to 50% luck a single time. So it was actually stuck at 12% luck for like the longest time until that recent cube sale, 30% off. So I finally got it back to 15%. Let's go to my CHTP. It's a 70 stat CHTP, yeah, with 15% luck. A lot of people think that semi-stat CHTPs are, I guess, illegit or hacked, but I want to justify that. A lot of the strongest players in Global MapleStory use either 40-stat or semi-stat CHTPs, and in reality, most of those 40-stat ones are also obtained from hacked Chaos Horntail runs. And I don't think, or at least according to my own, philosophy about CHTPs, semi-stat CHTPs aren't any more illegit than 40-stat ones, because to get them to semi-stats, all they did was hammer it and then egg it 2 more times, and they didn't use any hacks to do that. So it was just an error on Nexon's part. So I don't consider it a hacked item. If you do, then, well, I guess that's your personal belief. But yeah. Okay, let's go for my claw. Actually, I made this claw a long time ago in November or December. Couldn't find any Kaini, so I went to Windia to get this one too. Actually, I got 2 clean ones in Windia, and they were actually really expensive back then, and they weren't potentialed, and I potentialed both of them to 3 lines. And that was if our premium cubes were out. So yeah, I got really lucky. I finished it with 50%, and its potential it got nerfed a bit, but the attack used to be 16%, but I guess 12% attack and 30% boss is probably the best potential for someone who wants to show off his damage range, I guess. So yeah, my damage range is kind of rigged because of the 12%. Let's see. My Von Leon gloves. Okay, what happened was they used to be sharp eyes with 6% luck, and then just recently, or it's actually still available, but you can glitch your decent skills now. So I queued these gloves, and I got them to 15%, right? But I had a lot of NX left over, actually, because I've been saving up for a pretty long time for this sale. So I was like, I'm gonna cube it. I'm trying to get it to 21 or 18%, and if it gets back to 15% left, then I'll stop. But then I ended up using like 500 to 600 cubes until it finally got back to 15% again. So one piece of advice I'd like to give you, Nightlords, is don't cube your gloves after they get to 15%, because that is a pain, and you'll probably regret it because it's impossible to get it back to 15%, pretty much. Okay, here are my pants. This is probably one of my favorite equips, because I spent like 5 bill back in the day just using Maker, trying to get a good base stat and 3 lines, and these ones are actually 10 luck above average before I scrolled them with 60% armor scrolls. So yeah, I really like these. Let's go to my belt. It's 9 attack, 15% luck, nothing special. I probably need to upgrade a belt. So if you have, or if you know of a belt with like 12 or more attack, if you let me know, I'd appreciate that, because I'm really interested in upgrading a belt. And my shoes, I made these when shoe attacks were coming out of, whatchamacallit, Cash Up Surprise or something. I forgot what it was. Maybe it was the golden chests, I don't remember. But I scrolled it with 100%, and then I chaosed it a few times. And then it was pretty good, so I ended up finishing it with 60% shoe attacks. Yeah. And then my rings, probably right now the best combination of rings you can get is the critical ring, angelic blessing ring, unless you have a dark angelic blessing ring, which is, I don't know, it's probably too rare for the rarest item in GMS right now. And then you have your 2 evolving rings, and yeah, so and currently I'm working on making a new claw, so right now it's like this. Planning on finishing off with shielding more than 20%. yeah, so I don't know. I decided to use shielding more than 20% halfway because I didn't think I could afford full on 20%. So I compromised. So this is gonna end up looking pretty nice. So it's gonna be like 4 dex, 20 log, 120 attack, 160 accuracy, and 8 avoidability. Because I really like nice even numbers. Anyway, so let's see my range. These. Okay. Take my pets out. They have okay. Yeah. So I have all my pet equips finished rolling, and it's almost 80k. Let me just rig it a bit. Use Banner of Ferocity. Activate. Okay. So now, after cheating a bit, I have my clean range is like almost 82k. With Maple Warrior, it's like 91.6. Let's see if I can use Echo. It's like 95k. And then let me just use an apple just for the heck of it. So yes, there is my range with self buffs. That's my maximum range. So yeah, yes, that's it for this episode. I hope my voiceover isn't too bad. I apologize if I'm not very good at it, but I do plan to make a few more of these. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.